didn't really want to come out with this story at first. I I was actually dreading on making this video, but I can't keep this in the dark anymore. If you guys don't like this video, then just click off and just wait until the next one comes out. But I just wanted to get this off my chest. There's been many videos surrounding this topic, from TikTok compilations to storytime animations to sitting down in front of the camera and telling the story from start to finish. My story's the last option. Let me explain. In order to do so, I need to backtrack. I need to start at the beginning. January 2021. I was in this Discord server for a series I just recently binged. I had been there for a few days and just enjoying the server while also making some new friends there. But all this started on late January 18th, 2021. It was late January 18th for me and early January 19th for him. I noticed that a new user had dropped into the server and was looking for someone to talk to. And out of everyone there, he chose me. We started talking for a little bit and then we started dating. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Probably thinking, why are you dating a guy you know nothing about? Why are you rushing into a relationship? And you're right. I didn't know what I was getting myself into back then. I really wish I could just go back in time and stop it from happening. I'm not going to say his name because he'll probably say I'm invading his privacy, so for this we'll just call him he or him. At first, he was really sweet, and the first month we were dating, everything was great. Everything was nice. Then something happened. We had a few fights here and there, and he would block me on Discord, breaking the relationship. But then he'd unblock me and we would get back together, as if it never happened. At the time, I didn't really want to lose him because I genuinely cared about him. But that was just the beginning. We were together for 7 months, and after February, we began having fights a lot, and our relationship began to go downhill. There'd be times where he would accuse me of lying or cheating on him when I was really doing no such thing. But no matter what I said, he wouldn't believe me, and it'd start another fight. There's also be sorry, I'm stumbling over my words because I'm just nervous, and I didn't really want to come out with this video, but I knew that I had to get this out someday. There'd also be times where he would say, as like a joke, I met this cute girl and I'm thinking of going out with her, or I think we should break up. I didn't know if he was joking or being serious. He'd then say, Hun, I'm just kidding. There were times where I wanted to say, well, it wasn't funny, because I would be in tears thinking he was serious. He promised not to do it anymore, but then it would happen again. He would also get mad or upset with me if I fell asleep on him and wouldn't reply, or when I had to go somewhere with my family. 7 months this went on for. There would also be times where I would get random messages or random friend requests from people on Discord who I had absolutely no idea who the heck they even were. It turns out they were his fans. Apparently, I was dating a celebrity, and they weren't happy that I was with them. They tried everything they could just to get us to break up, and One of them was a friend of his. They didn't like me at all, and I just, I don't know. I never did anything to them, but they claimed that I stole their guy. They even went as far as doing things to try and get him to go without them. I tell them to stop, but they'd always reply with, "What are you gonna do?" And they'd be right. They'd all be right. I couldn't do anything to stop them because while they were all closer to where he was, I was far away. So they could do anything with him, and I'd have no idea, nor would I be able to stop it. I was also sent threats by them, one of which showed some very gruesome images, and with it the message, "This will happen to you if you don't leave him." But I still loved him, and I didn't want to break up with him, so I told him to leave us alone. He also told them all to leave us alone, but it didn't really work. Since we were long distance, my friends and my family thought that this relationship wasn't really going to work out. But at the time, I didn't really care. I wanted to give this a try. I actually really cared about him, and I thought we'd be together forever. But I was wrong. He and I would have deals like if we can go 1 week without any fights or something like that, maybe we can voice call or whatever. And I would try my hardest just to keep fights from happening because I really wanted to see him. He even promised one time to come and see me, like fly down from where he was to where I lived, but that never happened. We were having fights a lot to the point where I would just slam my computer screen down and just toss my computer aside and just cry. During this relationship, I was starting to become depressed. He would tell me during our fights to go fuck off or to go hurt myself. And, well, you can finish that. I never really did any of those things. I never harmed myself or anything. So, not planning on dying today because there are people out there who really care about me and would be worried about me and would worry about my safety. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it knowing that there were people out there who'd be really upset knowing that I was gone. That's not all. There was this incident that happened. I'm not going to get into detail, but I will say this. While I was upset and worried to death about him, he was off just living his life. And it wasn't until one day that I found out everything. My dad and I had just gotten back from getting breakfast at McDonald's. And when I got home, he and I were talking. That's when he told me that everything was all a lie. He lied about the incident that happened. He lied about loving me. Everything. He said he only loved me for the first month we were together, which was January. And after that, nothing. He was just using me. I trusted him. I genuinely cared about him. I was crushed. After he and I broke up and lost contact with each other, I decided that I just can't do this anymore. I was going to take a dating hiatus. And everything was great. I started feeling a lot better and was surrounded by so many wonderful people. A few times, though, I did have a couple of people trying to ask me out on Discord, but I politely turned them down, saying, "Sorry, I'm on a dating hiatus." However, my story it doesn't end there. A little while back, I get a notification on Instagram, and guess who it is? It's him. He said that he wanted to give he wanted me to give him another chance. And you guys can yell at me all you want in the comments. You can tell me how stupid I am, but I did. I didn't feel good about the relationship. I had this gut feeling that this was just going to go through another cycle of what happened the first time. And I didn't want that. I thought that if I gave it a little bit, that maybe this could work out again. But I just kept having this gut feeling that it just wasn't going to work. And I wasn't fully healed from what happened the first time. I genuinely wanted to try and give this relationship another shot. But I was just really scared. So, we broke up. He didn't take the breakup very well, accused me of playing with his feelings when really I wasn't. I just wasn't ready to be in another relationship yet. I honestly did try to give this another shot, but I was just too scared. I didn't want to go through another cycle of what happened the first time. I was still traumatized from the last relationship. He blocked me, and I just went on with the rest of the day. But later, he contacted me again and begged me to give him another chance. But I was done. I didn't want to do this anymore. So I told him over and over just to block me and forget about me. Just move on, find somebody else. But he wasn't taking that as an answer. He kept saying there was nobody else, just me. He kept saying he loved me, but I just wanted him to block me and move on from me. Every time I said block me and forget about me, he would just say date me. It's like he wasn't taking the, like he just, I don't know, he just wouldn't take that as an answer. So I talked to one of my friends on Discord, and I decided that I would write him a farewell message and delete my Instagram account. I made a new account and wrote him one final message before deleting that old account. I made a new one afterwards, and I just went on with my day. And to this day, I'm back on my dating hiatus. I'm probably going to be on my dating hiatus until I'm fully healed and ready. Not sure when that'll be, but I'm going to go at my own pace. And I'm not going to let anybody pressure me back into dating or into another relationship that I'm just not comfortable with or I'm just not ready for. That'll be my decision. I'll make sure to put screenshots of everything that happened, of the messages that I sent him. It's not going to be a lot, but it's what I got. Because I I just I just want to get this over with. And honestly, I thought that the night that I sent him that last message on Instagram, I thought that was going to be the last time I would ever hear from him. But I was wrong. A little while later, I get a friend request on Discord from him again, but I didn't answer. A few days later, another one. Rejected it again. Then one day, after I woke up and hopped back onto my computer and onto Discord, I saw that I had over 40 messages from him. He actually messaged my old account before, but I couldn't access that account anymore because of another incident that I don't want to talk about. And just for the record, guys, don't go looking for this guy. Don't go harassing him or anything. Okay, just don't. Okay, I don't want to deal with that. But I asked him about everything, why he lied, why our relationship turned toxic, everything. He told me that he was so in love with me that he got scared if I was actually lying or cheating on him. But I would never do those things, ever. Never in a million years. Not only that, but he said that he was losing faith in us. So instead of asking for a break, he just said we should break up. Anyways, You can guess that I was for sure upset. I was getting pissed off to the point where I was even said that this was pissing me off, and he and I blocked each other. A little while later, I look in a server he and I were both in, and saw him talking about me behind my back. I already have the screenshots for those, so I'll put those in. You get the gist. And seeing someone like this, sure, I was used to it, but that didn't mean it didn't hurt. But after a while, I just kept going about my life, about my day. A little while later, I get another friend request thinking it was from him, but instead, it was from his friend. His friend and I began talking, and they asked me why we broke up. I then explained everything to him, and one thing led to another, and I was talking to him once more. I asked him why he said those things in the server. His response? I wanted to make it seem like I was over you. You know what? I'm not even going to respond to that. Then we got into another fight, and we soon cleared it up. However, I blocked him even though I said that I wouldn't leave. But I just couldn't do it anymore. I just wanted this to be over with. The next day, I get another friend request from his friend, and he said he was in the hospital. It's your fault. You're the reason why he's in the hospital. He tried to kill himself because of you. At the time, I was shocked, and I started to cry. I let their words get to me. They broke me. I started to think, maybe it really is my fault. He's in the hospital because I left. I'm a monster. I started crying a lot until a couple of my friends and I began talking, and they helped me calm down. Looking back on it now, I realized that it wasn't my fault. None of what happened was my fault. Instead of turning into a giant crybaby, I should have put my foot down and called them out. I should have stood up for myself. I wasn't the one who put a gun to his head and forced him to hurt himself. But I didn't. After going to bed and waking up a little later that day, I had a talk with a friend of mine, and I decided that that was the last straw. I wasn't going to do this anymore. After getting another message from his friend asking if I was seriously ignoring them, because I really didn't want to talk at the moment. I sent them one last message. Again, I'll make sure to put this in the video if I ever do put this on YouTube. And since then, I haven't heard from either of them. I'm still on my dating hiatus to this day. And I'm around much better people now. And for those of you who have been in an abusive or toxic relationship, or are currently going through one, don't be afraid to say something to someone you feel safe with. Whether it be your parents or an older sibling or just somebody who you really trust in your family or someone in your friend group or anybody around you. Just say something to them and leave before it's too late. There are people out there who are and will be there for you the whole step of the way. There are people out there who really do care about you and want you to be safe and want you to be happy. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope you have a good day / good night. Until next time.